Looks like we got a new mailman. I'm going to walk down here and get the mail. I'll be right back. Good evening. EagleNick Audits. I had to go down there and check that there mail. All I got was one of them there flyers talking about how bad Kamala Harris is, but I already knew that. No laughing matter for Georgia. Boy, you ain't a lying. Good evening. How's everybody doing? See 14 people on here, but I ain't seen nobody say nothing yet. Does that mean all 14 of y'all are in law enforcement or what? You don't have no fingers? Good evening, Adventures with High. I do not know how you got here, but I just appreciate it. This is EagleNick Audits. Adventures with High. Glad to see you. Maybe that is how you got here. Digital Aura. How are you doing? Hello, Sweden. Hello, Nikki. How you doing this evening? EagleNick is doing great and hope that you all are doing the same. I'm just sitting here looking out the window of the eagle's nest. You can see my cat Tigger laying out there in the driveway. She's just laying there guarding the front of the driveway. Oh, I'm up to about 5'11" and 170 pounds. Yep, that is my guard cat named Tigger. I am EagleNick Audits. I am in Dalton, Georgia, in the United States of America, and I am EagleNick. If you would be sure to check out my YouTube channel, you will find a lot of different shorts and videos that I have done of my audits of the Whitfield County Courthouse. I just did a live stream today from the Whitfield County Courthouse. The Dalton Police Service Center, the United States Post Office in downtown Dalton, the East Side Post Office in Dalton, Georgia, the Rocky Face, Georgia Post Office, Dalton, Georgia City Hall, the Dalton Police Service Center. You can also see where EagleNick Audits was arrested on the corner property that he co-owns with all of his siblings. Now, I was arrested for exercising my constitutional rights at the United States Post Office in downtown Dalton. Because when I was younger, I had my constitutional rights violated so many times. On December the 23rd of last year, I witnessed a homeless girl having her constitutional rights violated because she had been panhandling, which is protected under the First Amendment as free speech. Where'd Tigger go? Hello, Chef Kitchen. How you doing this evening? Now, we are live at the Eagle's Nest this evening. This way, EagleNick does not have to do any traveling. on that there bicycle. No, I do not take the cat on audits. I ride a bicycle. Now, a cat on a bicycle will probably scratch you all to pieces. And old EagleNick does not want to get scratched. I am 90 miles north of Atlanta, Georgia. I'm 40 miles away from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I am in the extreme northwest Georgia corner. Oh no, Valdosta is way down yonder. Now, I have probably been in that area. I've been down to Savannah, Macon, Augusta, Chester, Georgia, Marietta. I ride a Rock Rider ST50 Sport Trail. It is just a bicycle, not a motorcycle. Now, I do have a valid driver's license, but I do not own a vehicle. I don't see why you would miss Georgia unless you're living in a worse state. And I did not actually know there was any states worser than Georgia, if you know what I mean, Vern. So where are you from, Nikki Gentleman? Good evening, Slate Rockstone. Glad to see you again. Yeah, I would agree with you on that there, California being the worst state in certain ways, but better in other ways. Good evening, Brett C. Good evening, Miss Amy Loy. Mountain Mama. Take me home to the place where I was born. West Virginia, mountain home, mountain mama. I thought it was always mountain homa, but it's mountain mama. Northwoods Press, good evening, good evening. It is awesome to see you again, my friend. So it was you, Brett, that said you was going to Kentucky in 2 weeks. I was thinking it was Mr. Alan Davis. Now, Alan Davis said he was going to Florida for his daughter's funeral, and I got the two different people confused, thinking that he said he was going to Kentucky. Well, Miss Nikki, I don't agree with that about being less free in the state of Georgia, especially in the city of Dalton, Georgia, the carpet capital of the world, because EagleNick Audits was arrested for exercising his constitutional rights at the United States Post Office in downtown Dalton. Now, they actually got an arrest warrant, or so they said, which I was never served nor shown. And they came onto private property to arrest me without having a search warrant as well. But they got that there warrant, or so they say, because EagleNick Audits had went back to the United States Post Office in downtown Dalton, Georgia, and did a Freedom of Information Act open records request. Now, you can see that video on my YouTube channel, as well as 3 other of my audits at the United States Post Office in downtown Dalton, Georgia, as well as my arrest video. Now, I have many shorts and videos. I hear a poor old dog over next door crying. Good evening, stepson Binkin Smith. How you doing there? Tell your mama I said come see me. Thank you, Miss Nikki. I appreciate you as well. I even appreciate all them there trolls like my old red-headed stepchild, Binkin Smith there, who needs to tell his mama to come back up and see old EagleNick again. I don't think you called out of neither one of them there dad's butts. It's your mama who was up here last night. You know what I mean there, Binkin Smith? I tried to talk your mama out of naming you there, Binkin. Yep, EagleNick has a full head of hair. It's all there, all the way around. I get a full beard, too, when I let it grow. Yeah, I got one of them there red-headed stepkids named Binkin Smith. He needs to put his binky on and go play out there in the road. You know what I mean, Binkin? Go play in the traffic. Well, I'm glad you know how to work on them there transmissions, because you never know when you'll need one of them there transmissions fixed. Now, EagleNick Audits likes to go to that there Walmart to go in there and browse all them there automotive parts they got in that there Walmart. Now, they have tires and motor oil and all different kind of things for that there automobile, but they do not have any transmissions. EagleNick Audits appreciates you there, Michael Kunkel, the true spitter. Welcome in one more time, my friend. It is awesome to see you again. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, Miss Nikki, them transmission workers have all the rights that everybody else has. Because EagleNick Audits is here to tell you, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. He made man in his image, after his likeness, male and female, created he them. There is not but a man and a woman. Now, man was created first from the dust of the ground. And then that there woman came from the rib out of that there first man. Now, if you was born a man, you will die a man. If you was born a woman, you will die as a woman. When you stand in front of your Creator, you will be as you were created. You know what I mean. There is nothing done in the dark that shall not be brought to light. Well, I had a pretty good day, except for when I went up there at that there Whitfield County Courthouse today to talk to that there public defender. Now, they seem to act like that the prosecuting attorney's going to have an open and shut case, which shows to EagleNick Audits that they are not doing a very good job of defending me. So I made sure to call back up there to the public defender's office before 5 o'clock to tell my public defender that they need to subpoena that security agreement that the post office should have with the Dalton Police Department that authorizes them to carry firearms on federal property. I told her to find out, subpoena how many people has been charged with criminal trespass in Dalton, Georgia, and to find out where they usually try those cases, because it is usually in magistrate or probate court. Yet they seek to try EagleNick Audits in the Superior Court, which is for felony cases. Yes, ma'am, Miss Amy Lloyd. They is but two sexes. And you are the sex you was born when you die. Even if you have that there sex changed, God does not honor a man-made woman or a man-made man. God honors the creation that he created. The Bible says he knew us before we were ever even conceived. Good evening, Partridge. How you doing? How you doing? You ain't got to retract them there messages. You know what I mean, Vern. You ain't got to hide them there messages. Now, that is Chef Ben coming in now. He went up there to that Providence Ministries and eat this evening. Now, EagleNick Audits had took him a shower and rode up there to that Greater Works this evening. But when I got up there, they are not serving dinner today. So EagleNick was able to get lunch at Greater Works today. But I was not able to get any breakfast or any dinner because they do not serve breakfast or dinner on Thursday. They do not serve anything, I think, tomorrow, but I think they serve lunch on Saturday and then they serve breakfast on Sunday. I do not know why Chef Ben is shaking his head, acting the way he is. I do not know what is wrong with him. He's shaking his head about something. But let me go inform him that I'm doing a live stream so maybe he won't come in and say anything or cause it to get censored. I'll be right back. They do not serve up there tonight. I went up there and I didn't get deep. At Greater Works. He thought somebody stole his bag of charcoal he had out there, but I had got it dry and put it up. It did not get stole. Good evening, Amy McFarland. How you doing? EagleNick Audits is delighted to see new people in the live stream. Northwoods Press, be sure to post your link. NH Mountain Girls, Mama Bears, and everybody's that you can think of. Let's make sure we make everyone aware of all the awesome YouTube channels. Now, EagleNick Audit subscribes to Northwoods Press, NH Mountain Girl, Mama Bear, Vigilante Media, the Grim Reaper Network, Money 420, Eastern Arkansas Transparency, Calgary Community Watch, and so many other channels on YouTube. Adventures with High. Let me explain it to you this way. There are too many people who do not know about the United States Constitution. They have their rights violated every single day. Like in the state of Georgia, Georgia does not have a stop and ID law for pedestrians. So unless a police officer or a law enforcement officer observes someone who is a pedestrian, whether they are walking or riding a bicycle, committing a crime, they do not have any legal right or authority to stop a pedestrian to make them show their ID or answer any questions. The Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution guarantees us the right to be safe and secure in our person, possessions, property, and effects, and our papers like our driver's license, our social security number, our birth certificate, our medical records. Now, the Fifth Amendment says that you do not have to say anything. EagleNick Audits would not know that, wang dang. EagleNick Audits was married to his wife, to whom he was not related to except by marriage. Now, my wife passed away in 2019 at the age of 37 years old. Now, EagleNick would respectfully like to ask you not to start troll baiting, race hating, or any other type of bait, because EagleNick Audits is not a fish. You know what I mean, Vern. EagleNick does not take bait. I use bait, but that is only at the end of a rod and reel when I am trying to catch a fish. Michael, how long have you been on Facebook? I mean, not Facebook. How long have you been on YouTube? Now, tomorrow will be 8 months that EagleNick Audits has been creating content on YouTube. And I have been extremely blessed to have 7,200, and I forget how much it was exactly, but I know it's over 7,200 subscribers. And tomorrow will be 8 months that I've been creating content. It is imperative that you put hashtags in your videos and shorts descriptions. You do not have to describe the video in the description. You always want to use hashtags. That way, it puts your shorts and your videos in all of those algorithms on YouTube. Good evening, near nowhere. It is an honor to see someone from Estonia. EagleNick would like to welcome you personally to the live stream, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. Well, looky here, brother. A traffic stop does not mean that they have the right to search someone. They are only supposed to conduct their traffic stop about whatever reason they stopped that vehicle for. If you are speeding, it is only supposed to be about speeding. You do not have to answer any questions when they say, "Where are you coming from? Where are you going?" You do not have to answer those questions. Now, you do not have to hand them your ID. You keep your window rolled up, your doors locked, your windows barely cracked to where you can talk back and forth. You place your ID, your driver's license, up against your window and let them read it through that door window. Once you hand them your ID, that is a seizure. Now, you do not have to give them your ID. All you have to do is present it to where they are able to read it. There is a difference between presenting your ID and them getting your ID in their hand, because once they physically touch it, that is a seizure.
Don't start talking now. I'm trying to do something here. I'm doing something here. Don't keep talking.
No, that is not wrong. I do have the direct link to my Cash App on my community page on my YouTube channel. Yes, Miss Amy, I do have those super thanks, super chats, and super stickers, but I let everyone use them on a voluntarily basis. Now, EagleNick did not set up memberships because some people cannot afford to pay a membership, and there is some people who do not have the means to pay for a membership electronically. Now, EagleNick does not want to exclude anyone from viewing any of my content. I'm not mad at you, Miss Amy. I appreciate you. I really do. Now, Miss Amy Loy sent EagleNick a $20 super thanks so that I could get something to eat about a week or two ago, and I really and truly appreciate that. It was not solicited. It was from the generosity and the kindness of Miss Amy Loy, and EagleNick still appreciates that. The only thing EagleNick Audits asks is that people to watch my shorts, my videos, and my past live streams, and when you do, let the ads play so that EagleNick Audits can receive a few pennies every day that is paid by the advertisers through YouTube. That way, the money does not come out of anyone's pockets other than those advertisers. All EagleNick Audits ask for is a little bit more of your time. Now, when them ads comes on, that is the perfect time for you to get up. You can mute your TV, go get you something to drink and something to snack on, and then come back. Now, I hope whoever that there grandmother mailed a package of fiber to will feel better, because EagleNick Audits grandmothers on both sides of the family has been passed away for a very, very long time. The First Amendment applies to every one of we the people in the United States of America. We all have the right to freedom of the press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, free speech, and the freedom to redress our government with our grievances. Those are the 5 tenets of the First Amendment. Just like the Second Amendment applies to every person in the United States who is not under the rule of law because they are on probation or parole or a convicted felon, that guarantees you the right to keep and bear firearms. Now, EagleNick Audits is not just a First Amendment auditor, as some people claim, like the postmaster, like my public defender read out on a paper today up there during my interview, saying that I'm a self-professed First Amendment auditor. EagleNick Audits is a constitutionalist. I believe in the entire United States Constitution, with the exception of the 16th Amendment to the United States Constitution, which allowed Congress to make a federal income tax. Now, that is one amendment that EagleNick Audits does not agree with. When you make money, they tax it. When you spend money, they tax it. When you save money, they tax it. When you die, the money you leave to somebody is taxed. When you buy groceries, you pay taxes. When you buy gas, you pay taxes. When you pay your power bill, you pay taxes. When you pay your water bill, you pay taxes. Everything you do is taxed. A federal income tax on top of all the other taxes is overreached by the government in the eyes of EagleNick Audits. There are many independent journalists all over the United States. Free press does not just mean somebody who works for a newspaper or a television station or a radio station for that matter, because it is a part of the United States Constitution, the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, and the first 10 amendments to the United States Constitution is known as the Bill of Rights. That is the rights that we, the people of the United States of America, are granted, not by our government, but by our Creator. Our constitutional rights were not given to us by man. They were not given to us by our government. The United States was formed first, and then the Constitution was written. And then our government, our federal government, was formed to protect the United States Constitution and to protect the constitutional rights of we, the people of the United States of America. Our government works for us. We do not work for them, even though it is our hard-earned money that pays all their salaries. It is time for we the people to stand up for our rights. Quit letting our government take away our rights. The United States Constitution that says that Congress nor the states shall pass any laws that impede or infringe on the United States Constitution. But we have laws, ordinances, and codes all over every single state in the United States of America that does exactly that, infringes on our constitutional rights. But hey, I say let's just you get a line, I get a pole. We'll go down to the fishing hole, honey, baby mine. Let's just go fishing. You know what I mean, Vern? Because when you go fishing, we're all the same. We all use the same kind of bait. We all use the same kind of line, hooks, sinkers, and rod and reels. We all have an equal chance to catch one of them there fish. You know what I mean, Vern? Well, when you get stopped by a police officer and they ask you where you go and what you are doing, and they say, oh, you gotta answer us. Well, that's a violation of your Fifth Amendment rights because you don't gotta say nothing. When they ask your passenger for ID, they're violating their Fourth Amendment rights because a passenger does not have to ID unless they are committing a crime. Need I say more? If they stop you out walking in the middle of the night and ask you why you out walking, we got freedom of movement, freedom to travel. We don't have to tell them why we're out walking. It ain't none of their business. As long as you are not breaking a crime, tell them to kick rocks. EagleNick is drinking cherry Kool-Aid, brother. You have a blessed day. You know what I mean, Vern? EagleNick doesn't use any of them there things. EagleNick smokes 24/7 red 100 cigarettes. You know what I mean, Vern? That red Kool-Aid is cherry flavor. That is great value cherry flavored drink mix from Walmart. And EagleNick is pretty good with that there math. but I wasn't too good at that there algebra. But I know all about them there fractions. You know what I mean, Duke? Now, EagleNick will be right back. I got to walk out here on the corner and put my clothes in the dryer, and then I shall return very shortly. I'd appreciate it if y'all would just hang out, chill out, and talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be back very shortly. I'll be right back, everybody. Y'all be able to see old EagleNick walking down that there driveway, but I'll be back in less than a couple of minutes. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to go out there and put my clothes in the dryer. I knew they should have been done. It had already been 51 minutes or 55 minutes, something like that, since I'd put them in the washing machine. So how's everybody doing? Is anybody still here? We're coming up on 57 minutes and 20 seconds. I don't think I'm going to stay on here too long. There's not seem to be that many people in the live stream. Glad to see you are still here, Miss Amy. I really and truly appreciate that. Like I said, EagleNick don't care if they ain't but one or two people here, when I know that it is some of the best people that get on YouTube, and I consider you to be one of the very best. Now, I found a new place to do live streams at over there at the Lakeshore Park. But the tables where they got them set up, you don't really get to get a view of anything. But EagleNick has really gotten bored going down there at the Al Rollins Park. You know, been down there so many times, but that's not to say that I will not be back down there. As well as I will be going back to the Janine Burr Park in downtown Dalton, Georgia. Now, they will be having a Off the Rails summer music series the third Friday in September, and I'm going to try my best to go up there to live stream that Off the Rails music series. Now, I just checked the calendar. I was thinking it was the 21st, but the calendar says the third Friday in September is the September the 20th. I'm going to be sure to Google it again or go up there and check to see when it says the next concert is going to be, because I've been up there 2 or 3 different times thinking that they would be having a concert. Because through May, the first couple of months, May and June, all the way up until the first week or 2 in July, they were having a concert every Friday and Saturday night. Yeah, I want to try to do a live of the music up there. Now, there shouldn't be no issues with copyrights on music that someone is doing as a cover. You know, a cover for a cover band should be allowed on YouTube. Hopefully, there will not be any copyright issues. There should be no reason for YouTube to censor it. Oh, I'm hot.
Find out them mites cut there.
Miss Amy, I really don't know who I would have to talk to up there at Providence. I do not know if the people in the front who you would actually call are the ones who banned me. I do not know who actually did that there ban. Chef Ben said they don't even know who banned me. Said he asked them and they act like they didn't even know. It looks like if they get their way. Now, I did find out this today when I went and seen that public defender. EagleNick Audits will be getting a jury trial. Now, that is a little bit funny to have a jury trial on a Class B misdemeanor, criminal trespass, damage of $500 or less without having any damage. Now, my public defender tried to tell me that I'm mistaken, that does not mean there has to be damage, but I know otherwise. There is no criminal element to criminal trespassing without there is damage on public property. Now, if somebody comes walking up in my yard, they do not have to do any damage because there is signs out there that says posted private property, no trespassing. Now, when they come up on private property that is posted, they are automatically trespassing if they come uninvited. But public property, I believe it is a whole lot different than private property, if you know what I mean, Byron. Miss Amy, let me tell you how it works up there at Providence Ministries. When you go in back to eat, the gentlemen that serve the food and prepare the food are in a treatment program at Providence Ministries. Some of them mental health and some of them drug treatment programs. But they serve the food, they prepare the food. And I believe it was some of them who banned EagleNick Audits from eating. It was not anybody in management. EagleNick was banned from Providence Ministries from eating. I don't know for how long. It's already been 2 weeks. It usually lasts for 1 month. Now, usually when someone is banned from eating at Providence Ministries, they will let somebody bring them something outside to eat. And then if they have any more problems with them, they will bring food out to them themselves. And then if they have any more problems with them, they won't let anyone bring them food out to them, or they'll ban them as well, and they will not bring anything out to you. Now, EagleNick Audits had only had that one situation, but they moved me all the way from getting to eat to where I can't get anything to eat. I can't get anybody to bring anything out to me, or they will be banned. And the gentleman who served the food and prepared the food won't bring me nothing out either. Rutlick Walker, so you're the one that's been peeing up there in the corner. Are you also the one that's been wiping them there feces on the side of the building? There was one guy that urinated in one of them there coolers. Hillbilly English. I do not speak Spanish. Now that fella fixing to walk by down there might speak Spanish, but he is not on the live stream. He is just going over to that car. EagleNick Audits does not habla Espanol. I do not speak Russian or German. I only speak hillbilly English. And I'm sorry, I do not have a translation book. I hope you can understand me. Now, Chef Robert, I do not think that Hispanic people eats crawfish gumbo and rice. They are more the tacos and fajitas and burritos. Chef Ben is saying burros, but I don't think they eat burros around here. Glad to see you, Chef Robert. How are you doing? We had a chef kitchen in here earlier. Now, the chef is usually in the kitchen, but I don't know too many chefs that was into Robert. What is for dinner, Chef Robert? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. There is you an 8. Now, EagleNick Audits didn't eat this evening, but I did eat lunch. You know what I mean, Vern? I wasn't able to eat, therefore I didn't get to eat. Oh no, you are cooking steaks in a cast iron skillet. Now, EagleNick says that them there cast iron skillets are only supposed to be used to make cornbread. Now, that is how hillbillies has always used them. I've never seen a cast iron skillet used for anything other than cornbread.
Well, my mom never used it for nothing but cornbread. My mom used it for eggs and everything else. They're different size cast iron skillets.
No, EagleNick Audits did not die. How you doing, Greg Cruz? How you doing? Is that there Officer Cruz from the the Dalton Police Department? Well, I did not know that. Like I said, all I've ever seen them used for was to always cook that there cornbread. Now, my mother wouldn't use it for anything else. Now, she passed away in 2021 at the ripe old age of 89 years old, and I'm pretty sure she never used a cast iron skillet except for anything but cornbread. Now, this can't be Officer Cruz with the Dalton Police Department, because he was a super, super cool officer. Now, I cannot say the same for that mama's boy, Officer Andrews, or Lieutenant Bishop, but Officer Cruz was a awesome, awesome officer all around.
Greg Cruz. That's the communist son. Junior.
Now, when I did my audit on February the 17th at the United States Post Office in downtown Dalton, I had asked Officer Cruz if he was there about the funeral or the man with the camera, and he stated that he did not know he was there for someone cursing and yelling. So EagleNick Audits dispelled his suspicion by telling him a little bit of humor. Now, EagleNick Audit said, if you are here about a suspicious person, I seen a suspicious person. I said, there was a man came out the other door down there. I said, he was 3 foot wide. He was 3 foot tall, 6 foot wide. He had 2 noses, and he was farting lasers. So if you see him, I would watch out. Congratulations, Miss Jasmine Trammell. You had that there baby eagle. Nope, you didn't have that there baby. You hooked up with that there goat Rodriguez. Good googly, you found a second heartbeat. I hope that was one of them there Chevrolets, the heartbeat of the city. You know what I mean, Burn? Now, when Lieutenant Bishop came up, he tried to do that classic bump and arrest on EagleNick Audits, but I told him don't get up so close to me that he didn't have to be right on top of me. Now, the whole time I was talking to Lieutenant Bishop, Officer Cruz was doing his level best not to bust out laughing. Well, Miss Jasmine, I sure am glad you live in that there Missouri and I live in Georgia. Greg Cruz, please be sure to drop me a comment on one of the shorts and videos on my YouTube channel. If you all haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment on as many of my shorts, videos, and past live streams as you possibly could. And it would do EagleNick Audit so much good if when you watch those shorts, videos, and past live streams, if you would let them their ads play so that EagleNick Audits can receive a few pennies every day paid through those advertisers through YouTube. Now, EagleNick has them super thanks, super chats, and super stickers, but I do not ask anyone to use them. I let it be on a voluntarily basis. The only thing that EagleNick asks is for a little bit more of someone's time when they watch my shorts, videos, and past live streams to let them ads play. That way it does not come out of anyone's pockets other than the advertisers. Yeah, it's a little girl. That might have been what Gunner was kicking, was that little baby instead of kicking your ribs. I hope Gunner wasn't kicking her. That might have been what Gunner was kicking so hard for, saying, "Move over, give me some room." Good evening, Monkey. How you doing? Yee-haw. Just them good old boys. Never meaning no harm. Beats all you ever saw. Been in trouble with the law since the day they were born. Straighten the curves. Flatten the hills. Someday the mountain might get 'em, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Now, there's actually a song called One Boy and One Girl. Johnny's daddy was taking him fishing when he was only 8 years old. A little girl came through the front gate holding a fishing pole. Well, hopefully, Miss Jasmine, it won't be much longer now, and them babies will be in the world. When you said you didn't have the baby and you said that you had news, I figured the other thing might have been you hooked up with that there goat Rodriguez. Did you ever talk any more to that goat Rodriguez? Now you better watch out. That goat might not mean the greatest of all time. It might mean the actual goat. Bah, bah. You remember when you was talking to Goat, G-O-A-T, Rodriguez? It's been a while back. You was talking to somebody in the live stream named Goat, G-O-A-T, Rodriguez. Boy, there was a beautiful, beautiful moon out last night. Now, if the moon is out tonight the way it was last night, I might try to go out and live stream it. It was a beautiful orange color, but I couldn't get out the yard because I was afraid them little cats would come down the driveway and get run over. Well, Miss Jasmine, I'd say being pregnant that long would make anybody black out.
Something wrong.
So we just found out there's 2 kids as a surface.
That's just something. Is it really that long?
Don't say it too loud, man. We'll get it through.
Doctor should tell me.
Well, how is that?
That's good, good. Float ice cream.
Well, what is that?
One cupcakes.
Oh,
And then taking out ready.
is that what kind of ice cream you bought? We float?
Then good, good. And vanilla float.
I ain't never heard of it.
I ain't there. That's what I thought.
It any good?
Ain't got much flavor. Like
Really?
great value.
Yeah.
Ain't got much flavor.
Yes, ma'am. I know you told me that. I'm sorry to hear that, darling. That ain't good when that happens. Boy, I had one of them big old yawns come on. I don't know why. It might be because I got up so early and I stayed up late again. I tried not to stay up as late, but I just find it too hard to go to bed too early.
I think we're hot now. Not done late. About 2 o'clock. Maybe about 4. Gotta get back to that.
Dinkus Pinkus, how you doing, my friend? It is an honor to see you again. EagleNick Audis is delighted that you decided to come into another one of them bar live streams. You know what I mean, Vern? Now, Miss Jasmine, don't say that, darling. You said you ain't but 20 24 years old. You've got plenty of time. And I'm sure that there is someone out there who will love you completely and truly. Amen to that, Dinkus Pinkus. Another day living the dream. EagleNick Audits is just having another day living the scream. That is my life. But hey, it is what it is, but it ain't what it was. Miss Jasmine, make sure you go on to one of my shorts or my videos and leave me a comment so I can check out your YouTube channel, okay? You said you updated your profile picture, but I could not tell. I could not find a Jasmine Trammell with a updated profile picture. So if you will be sure to go on to one of my shorts or my videos and leave a comment, I will be able to click on it and be able to go to your YouTube page.
How long does it take the clothes to dry in this time of the thing?
That's 30, 45 minutes for mine.
Yeah, mine should be about dry.
Yeah, I don't know that much.
Now I'm going to have to go out here and check on them there clothes here in a little bit. They should be about dry. Yes, ma'am, Miss Jasmine. I'd love to know what you're going to name her.
How about EagleNick? EagleNick.
Hey, oh, EagleNick Audits just spits out that there truth, if you know what I mean, Vern. Now, that is only because EagleNick doesn't have any of them there top teeth, but I still have my bottom teeth. Hazel Grace, that is a beautiful name. Good evening, Cape Cod Cop Watcher. How you doing, brother? It is an honor to see you again. There's not a whole lot going on with EagleNick this evening. I'm fixing to have to walk back out on the corner to get my clothes out of the dryer. I washed my clothes out on the corner in the trailer where I was arrested at. That is good to hear. Good evening, Alan Davis. Glad to see you again, brother. I hope you brought us a bowl of them there frosted flakes because they are great.
That's one. Colorado. Massachusetts.
Everybody, please be sure to subscribe to Cape Cod Cop Watcher. He will be doing a live stream at 9 p.m. Eastern. And if you all would, EagleNick would really and truly appreciate it if you would subscribe to Michael Kunkel, the Truth Spitter. If you cannot remember the name, check out my subscriptions and please subscribe to Michael Kunkel, the Truth Spitter. He is trying to reach 500 subscribers. I think he said he's at 422. That would leave him 78 subscribers away from 500. Now, EagleNick Audits would appreciate it if everyone who would subscribe to Michael Kunkel, the Truth Spitter. Let's all try to help Michael reach the 500 subscriber goal. Make sure to share his videos once you subscribe to help his channel get more awareness out there to help him reach the goal of 500 subscribers. Now, EagleNick Audits will be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to run out on the corner and get my clothes out of the dryer. You will see EagleNick walking down that there driveway empty-handed, but I will be returning carrying a clothes basket with EagleNick's clothes. It should not take me more than a few minutes. I will return as quickly as possible. EagleNick would really and truly appreciate it if you would talk amongst yourselves until I return. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna walk up here and get my clothes. That's that kitchen right on there. I'm all right.
All right, I'm back. I had to get them there clothes folded up. Oh yeah, I'm doing good. I just had to fold them there clothes up real quick. I didn't have that many that I washed. I just like to make sure I get my shirts folded up before they get wrinkles in them. Look, check it out. These ain't really got to worry about getting wrinkled. These are my Eagle shorts. Now they say Army on them. These are the shorts that I wear most of the time when it's real hot, but I keep them washed. Now, EagleNick says washed, but most people says washed. But EagleNick might put an R in there sometimes, if you know what I mean, Vern. But old EagleNick's been washing his own clothes since about at least 1991 or 92. Now, when I got married, I was the one who did the washing for me and my wife because she didn't really like it, and I wanted to make sure my clothes were clean. Oh, it wasn't court today. It was just an interview with the public defender. Now, I will be getting a jury trial. They asked me if I still wanted to go to trial, and I said, yes, ma'am, I sure do. I said, I'm not going to accept any plea deals. I said, because I am not guilty of committing the crime of criminal trespass. How do you mean he tagged your YouTube channel for me? Did he put it in? They put the link somewhere? It looks like it says Michael Kunkel, the truth spitter. It doesn't say Jasmine. That says Michael Kunkel, the truth spitter. Good evening, Miss Karen. How you doing? Great to see you again. Oh, it's above his. Okay, hold on. Okay, y'all hold on a minute. I'm going to have to find something else. If I click on the link, it'll cut off the live stream. Just hold on, y'all. Yeah, I seen it on there, but I got to go get another phone to go on to it on. If I go to it on this phone, it'll end the live stream. I have old Snatchy. This is the one that was snatched out of my hand. I got to get it powered up. As soon as it gets powered on, I'll go to the link. Y'all just hang on. Hang on. I'm coming.
I hope they don't take that literally. too.
I'm still here, y'all. I'm just trying to get this thing on there. I'm working on it. I'm just slow. That is Super EagleNick Audits. All right, everybody. I'll be in that there chat with you in just a minute. Wait, not that way I won't. I pushed the wrong one and I almost cut the phone back off. Whoa, man, I don't want to go to the next stream. Dang it. It ain't working. Hold on. Let me try it this way. Let me find Jasmine Trammell. Wait, there it is. Hold on a minute. Hubba, Miss Jasmine. That is one pretty picture, Miss Jasmine. Is it the little round picture, not the one at the top, but the little round one? No, Miss Karen, I washed my clothes out there at the trailer on the corner where I was arrested at. That's where the washer and dryer is. The washer and dryer up here in the basement quit working a couple of years back. Miss Jasmine, let me relieve your worries. You will not have any problem finding a man to love you. I can guarantee you that right now. Now, you will probably find a lot of them that would like to love you that you'd say, hey, man, you're crazy. Get on out of here. Kick rocks. Oh, EagleNick Audits wishes he was 20 years younger, if you know what I mean, Vern, or 30 years younger, rather, because I am 57, but you are one beautiful lady. Me and my brothers and sisters owns the property from here to where I'm at, all the way down to the corner. Now, across the road, that is a big old building. My arrest video is on my YouTube channel, Miss Karen. That is the trailer where I wash my clothes at. Hey, old EagleNick knows all about them there trust issues. I don't trust a lot of people myself. Boy, Mr. Allen Davis, I've been wanting to ask you that. It would be awesome if you was to be coming through Dalton and there was to be any way you might could drop by for just a minute or two. I would love to meet you. Cape Cod Cop Watcher, thank you so much for coming in. I really and truly appreciate you, my friend. Everybody, make sure you check out Cape Cod Cop Watcher's live stream at 9 p.m. Don't miss it now, y'all. I'm telling you. So you are going to be coming, you're going to be going to Florida later tomorrow or Saturday? I'll have to look, Jasmine. The last one I see, it says U2 Cape. Yeah, I see that where you said about your dad and your ex. I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Jasmine. Leaving tomorrow morning. Well, if you was to be coming through Dalton, I would really love to meet you. It would be an honor to EagleNick Audits. Now, I have had many people here in my hometown when I be out on the road somewhere holler out, EagleNick. And it really does EagleNick Audits good to hear people holler it out. Oh, yes, ma'am, Miss Jasmine. I really and truly do understand that. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my wife. God rest her soul, but she was a handful and a half. My wife was bipolar, paranoid schizophrenic, borderline personality disorder, and I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting something. I don't remember what the other one was, but she had a lot going on with her. She was a handful at times. Oh, yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, bipolar, paranoid schizophrenic, borderline personality disorder, and damn it, I know there's one more. I can't remember what that fourth one was. Bipolar, paranoid schizophrenic, borderline personality disorder, plus she had split personalities. There was some of them there personalities that could not stand me, I will admit, but it wasn't me, it was just them there personalities, because I did not change. But over a period of years, I did change because my wife would get violent and I would run from her because I didn't want her to hurt me and I didn't want to have to hit her back. But after so many years of that, EagleNick finally had told her, said, if you're going to come at me like a man, I'm going to treat you like one just to show you that I'm not no woman, that I am a man. And when it got to that point, that when we were about to get into an argument, that I would go for her instead of her coming for me, I knew it was time to not be together anymore. Hey, yo, EagleNick can be a handful too sometimes, Alan. Miss Jasmine, I'm sorry to hear that you have all that wrong with you, darling. I'll be praying for you, especially the epilepsy. I had a cousin who had epilepsy, and he took phenobarbital, I think's what it was.
Phenobarbital for epilepsy.
I don't know. I don't really know about it.
Well, everybody, I guess I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. We are at 2 hours and 2 minutes. So I guess I'm going to get ready to go ahead and end it to give it time to process and upload. It should not take as long since I've not left here from the Eagle's Nest. Look, check out that little bird down here playing. Look, see that little bird? There's a little bird down there taking a dirt bath. Look at it. That's a little eagle bird. Uh-oh, it flew up there on my cane pole. That truck scared it. It was down there taking a dirt bath. Well, that is a good thing, Miss Jasmine, that the cancer is shrinking. Look, that little bird's taking that dirt bath again. Look. Let's see if I can pull it in for you. I hope it is not blurry or anything, because that little bird, boy, is just shaking them tail feathers into that dirt. It is taking one of them there dirt baths. You have a great, great night, Karen. It is a pleasure to see you again in the live streams. I really and truly appreciate you. EagleNick Audits appreciates everybody who comes into the live stream. I appreciate everyone who watches my shorts, my videos, and my past live streams. And like I've said before, if you don't mind when you watch them, to please be sure to let the ads play, so EagleNick Audits can receive a few pennies every day that is paid by those advertisers through YouTube. That way the money does not come out of anyone's pockets personally other than them there advertisers. It only takes a little bit more of your time, and I pray that you have that extra time that you can spare for EagleNick. I love you all, and I thank you all. I pray that you all have a very blessed morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. And EagleNick would like to ask that if you see anyone out who looks like they are struggling or hurting, to please not just pass them by. Don't turn a deaf ear or a blind eye, because you never know when you could end up being the one that is in that situation where you just do not know what to do and do not have anyone that you can turn to. Take care of yourselves, but take care of each other. Try not to treat people like a stranger, but more like a sister or a brother. EagleNick on it. Good night, Miss Karen. I am EagleNick. And I'm out. Good evening, Dixie. I'm sorry I did not see you there. I'd like to say hello before I take off. Great to see you again. I was just fixing to end the live stream, but I pray that you have a very, very blessed morning, afternoon, or evening. I'm so sorry that I'm ending the live stream now, but I've been on here for 2 hours and 7 minutes. My phone has gotten a little rundown, as well as EagleNick Audits feels a little rundown. I had a pretty busy day. I had to ride up there to that Whitfield County Courthouse this morning to talk to the public defender about my trial on September the 16th and September the 30th. They asked me if I was wanting to go to trial, and I said, yes, ma'am. I said, I will not be accepting no plea deals. I said, because I am not guilty. So EagleNick will be having a trial by jury for a criminal trespass, damage of $500 or less, a Class B misdemeanor, because they are trying EagleNick in Superior Court instead of probate or magistrate court, whichever one that it is usually tried in. So I guess EagleNick Audit should consider himself special because I'm getting all that there special treatment. But it does not seem that way to EagleNick. But you have a very, very blessed day, Dixie. EagleNick Audits. I am EagleNick. And I'm out.